What's up everyone, OJ here. Welcome back to another video. Today we've got more information from the world of gaming, so let's go ahead and get right into it. And we're starting out with an unfortunate scapegoat from the President of the United States, because he is now saying that, quote, gruesome and grisly video games are part of the reason why mass shootings are being carried out by troubled youth, along with mental health problems as well. And while I don't disagree with the mental health and troubled youth, I do really disagree with the video games parts, because the rest of the world has violent, gruesome and grisly video games too, and all of these mass shootings, in terms of the frequency that we have them here, don't happen in other parts of the world. So I take exception to that. To me, it's a scapegoat to blame something else outside of guns, because he does receive funding from the NRA. Now, here's what I will say with this, guys. I'm not trying to get super political or anything like this, but I feel that over the years, decades now, a lot of politicians from all sides, when it comes down to it, try to scapegoat and blame video games instead of actually taking care of the real problems out there. So on Twitter, there is a hashtag saying video games are not to blame. What I'd like all of you guys to do is head over to Twitter if you have an account. One, follow me on Twitter at PlayerEssence, but also use the hashtag video games are not to blame, and let the government know, let the president know, and let everybody who maybe isn't informed on video games, let them know that there's no scientific data out there, that there's no research that directly links all of these mass shootings and all of this gun violence to video games. Gamers raise so much money for charity. Gamers do so many acts of kindness. Yeah, there's some douchebags out there that are mean and say toxic things online, but for the most part, a lot of gamers out there are doing great things. They're not the ones going out there and killing and doing all of this horrible stuff. So video games are definitely not to blame. And I would say to the president, you need to really think about this, and work on actually fixing the issues instead of scapegoating video games because of who you're being funded by. Because now I feel that it's a personal attack on the video game industry, it's a personal attack on developers, it's a personal attack on publishers, because you're essentially saying they are taking part in the killing of innocent people. That's essentially what's going on here, and it really just sucks that the gaming industry is being run through the mud like this from the most powerful person in the world, pretty much. So that's very unfortunate, and I'm going to sit here and say that no, video games are not the issue at all, as in like 0%. You guys head over to Twitter, use that hashtag, and let everyone know all of the good and cool things that video games do for people in terms of communities and bringing people together. And let's work on actually fixing the issues and not scapegoating video games, because this has been going on for far too long, and honestly, I've had enough of it. So what do you guys think about this? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, now moving on to the next topic here. We do have the next set of information for Pokemon Sword and Shield to be shared on August 7th. So on social media, the Pokemon company has announced that it will have more news to share on Pokemon Sword and Shield this week. And actually, August 7th is tomorrow. Now, new information will be dropping then. You can look for a trailer and more at the following times: 6 a.m. PT for West Coast boys, 9 a.m. ET for East Coast boys, 2 p.m. in the UK for the dudes across the pond, and 3 p.m. in Europe for all of the Viking Nation and more. So I'm looking forward to seeing all of you guys probably in a live stream looking at this information, probably going over my live reactions to me watching the trailer. So we've got some more goodness, so I will be streaming that. We'll probably go live a little bit earlier than that just to kind of talk about things, or maybe that might not be a good thing considering how pissed off Pokemon fans are when it comes to Sword and Shield, but I'm looking forward to seeing what they have for us. So remember guys, Pokemon Sword and Shield is dropping on November 15, 2019. A lot of you guys have been asking about the special edition Pokemon Sword and Shield Nintendo Switch Lite. That is still available for pre-order on Best Buy's website. I checked as of the time that I'm recording this video, and if you want that, you can actually pick that one up at Best Buy for pre-order, and I think that's coming out early November before the game. So cool stuff there if you're looking for that special edition Nintendo Switch Lite of Pokemon Sword and Shield. So what do you guys think about the new information dropping on August 7th? Are you guys looking forward to it? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, now moving on to the next topic here. We've got some sales information on Fire Emblem Three Houses in Japan, because in its first week of sales, Fire Emblem Three Houses sold right around physical copies, 150,000 units in Japan. Now, Dengeki is reporting that it managed to sell through 80% of its initial shipment. So Nintendo put out there right around the right amounts of units so people can pick it up, but at the same time have a little bit extra if they were going to sell more. Now, based on the information and data that's been accumulated so far, Fire Emblem Three Houses is off to a good start. Now, it wasn't as much as Fire Emblem Awakening or Fire Emblem Fates, but it did beat out Path of Radiance, which sold around 99,800 copies in its first week, and then about 169,000 copies total. So it didn't really sell too much more after that. Now we are going to have week 2 sales of Fire Emblem Three Houses, because the first week sales isn't actually 1 week. It was about a few days. So we'll get the rest of those sales and a bit more. So we'll see how Fire Emblem Three Houses did in its second week. But I think it's safe to say that it's going to pass up what Path of Radiance did. Radiant Dawn on the Wii went on to sell 89,000 units in its first week, and then sell 183,000 units total. So Radiant Dawn, that was the Wii sequel of the GameCube game Path of Radiance. Obviously the Wii sold a lot more than the GameCube, but if you look at the sales difference between them, not too much on that one. So I think that Fire Emblem Three Houses will definitely be a better seller than the previous 2 console Fire Emblem games, and that's why those games are being brought up a little bit more in the article here than, like, let's say Fates and also Awakening, because those were strictly portable with a bigger install base than what the Switch has. So we'll see how things end up, but I think that Fire Emblem is going to continue selling, especially when the Nintendo Switch Lite drops. I think that that's when sales are also going to get another boost. There's going to be a lot of people picking up Fire Emblem Three Houses and also Nintendo Switch Lite in Japan, and that's dropping on September 20th, so we don't have too much longer to go for that one. So what do you guys think about Fire Emblem Three Houses selling through 80% of its initial shipment in Japan? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and moving on to the final topic here. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has cemented its legacy as the greatest or highest peak viewership in EVO history. So it has been confirmed that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Tournament at EVO 2019 peaked at 279,000 online viewers, claiming history as the most viewed event in EVO history. This is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate first EVO, and it was closing it out. So to achieve this type of status in a game that many people don't even consider a fighting game, which is absolutely ridiculous because it's an EVO, to see it peak and pretty much be the highest viewed event of all time is big time when it comes down to it, and obviously guarantees that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is probably going to be closing out EVO 2020 and is going to be back at EVO once again. I don't think that's going to be any type of mistake on that one. And you have to think about it. We've had so many epic and legendary EVOs, so many epic and legendary games, even games that people love to death, from Street Fighter, Tekken, Blaze Blue. There's all these different games that are so hardcore and ingrained in the FGC, which is the fighting game community. And to see Super Smash Bros. Ultimate take that top spot, being the best ever when it comes to peak viewers, that's absolutely amazing. Now, if you guys don't know, I also stream the top 8 myself. I have the VOD that you can watch right here. If you go about 3 hours in, that's when the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate action starts, and I kind of go over my own live reaction to everything. Once again, shout outs to MK Leo for winning that one in a reset bracket grand finals against Tweak, who is a Pokemon trainer. So congratulations to both of them, but MK Leo's Joker was just too much for Pokemon trainer. But I will say this, Tweak's Pokemon trainer really showed me a lot of cool stuff. I think that he plays it at such an efficient level. It was great to see Pokemon trainer at the grand stage there in the finals, and of course seeing Joker, the centerpiece or one of the big pieces of the Fighters Pass that people are really excited to pick up and play and continue playing. I think that was great for advertisement as well. So what do you guys think about all the different topics here, from video games being blamed for gun violence to Pokemon Sword and Shield new info, Fire Emblem sales, and Smash Ultimate Evo topping the all-time list? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We got Facebook and Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to PlayerEssence for the latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace.